Do you love yourself? Try answering that question without thinking about whether someone will judge you or not. Don't just say no because you're afraid to be called a narcissist, or yes because you don't want to look pitiful. Can't think of an answer yet? Well, then this video is a must-watch for you. Every day, we come across love yourself quotes on Instagram, with influencers sharing their self-love journey. But their idea of self-love is far from what we, ordinary people, can relate with. Because honestly, who has all that money to spend on expensive skincare just to feel good about themselves? Not everyone can afford to go on a solo trip and romanticize the so-called simple joys in life. Self-love is so much more than treating yourself with materialistic pleasures. It requires introspection, recognition, and acceptance of yourself. Acceptance of your best and your worst. But we understand it's easier said than done. So we have compiled 9 simple steps that will help you fall in love with the main character of your own story. Number 1. Practice mindfulness. Do you simply claim to love yourself because of the toxic positivity encouraged on the internet? Or do you not love yourself because you don't fit the unrealistic beauty standards set by society? Sit back and ask yourself these difficult questions to understand who you are and what you want. Be mindful of how you think, act, and speak. After all, self-knowledge is the first step towards self-love. Number 2. Know and do what makes you happy. Once you've recognized what you really want, act towards it. Sometimes it can be as easy as ending the day with a good book, or as difficult as refusing to put in extra hours at work. No matter what the situation is, ask yourself if doing a particular task will give you that serotonin boost or drain your energy. If it's the latter, it's better to drop it then and there and prioritize your mental and physical health. Number 3. Set boundaries. Adding to the previous point, understand that saying no to others does not make you selfish. For instance, if your boss wants you to put in extra hours at work with little to no form of incentive, saying no and putting yourself first does not make you a bad employee. While one needs to be flexible in some situations, setting healthy boundaries will ensure that you don't drain yourself while accommodating others. So say no to whatever drains, offends, or harms you, and say yes to yourself. Number 4. Cut off negativity. Obviously, not everyone will be pleased with your newfound self-awareness and confidence. There will be some who may label you as rude, self-obsessed, and whatnot. So, in simple words, cut them off. Now, you don't need to start an argument with them or publicly ignore them when they greet you. Start small. Maybe mute their phone and social media or hide your content from them. If they're forcing a conversation with you, excuse yourself to return a call or go to the loo. Slowly cut down any form of communication with them, and if they are smart enough, they should get the hint. If not, you might need another one of our videos for that. Regardless, choose your circle carefully because the people you surround yourself with play a huge role in shaping your self-esteem. Get rid of fake friends and stay tight with those who celebrate your accomplishments and support you during difficult times. Number 5. Embrace your flaws. With the influencer taking the world by storm, we end up comparing ourselves to them, often forgetting that what we see online is a perfectly angled and photoshopped outcome. So there is no way you can compare your real life with their real life. Acne scars, stretch marks, cellulite, body hair, it's natural and nothing to be ashamed of. While it may take a while to truly embrace the parts that you've loathed all this time, when you do, you'll realize how pointless it was to stress over something as trivial as physical appearance. At the end of the day, a tiny waist cannot make you beautiful if you've got a nasty attitude. Number 6. Be gentle to yourself. Ended up mumbling a few words during a presentation? Well, guess what? Nobody cares. At least not as much as you do. So stop beating yourself over it and move on. To err is human, so you shouldn't hate yourself for making mistakes or not knowing any better. Look at your mistakes as lessons learned and failures as opportunities to grow. It's the effort that counts, and as long as you've tried your best, given the circumstances of the situation, it's all good. As cliché as it may sound, forgive yourself like you forgive others. Number 7. Live life with intention. What's your ultimate goal in life? Recognize that and work towards it. For this, you may have to go back to the first step, for example, practicing mindfulness. If you're unable to recollect your thoughts, jot down whatever comes to mind for more clarity. For instance, if you want to learn a new language, try taking out at least 30 minutes every day to read a short story or listen to a podcast in that language. Or, if you want to become more fit but don't have the time for the gym, start with a 30-minute walk or cycle your way to work, school, university. These little changes will give big results and shape you into a better, happier, and more confident version of you. Number 8. Do not measure your self-worth with productivity. Despite trying your best to live intentionally and have a purpose in life, there are days when you may feel lost, lethargic, and just not in the mood. And that's okay. Not everyone feels their best every single day. If you couldn't go to the gym on a Monday morning, no big deal. Go there tomorrow. If you had to skip Friday night plans with friends because you were too tired after work, they'll understand. If not, go back to point number 4. Basically, you don't have to feel bad or apologetic for taking time to rest and recharge. Productivity is great, but so is allowing yourself to regain the energy to get back on track. Number 9. Self-love looks different for everyone. Everyone is unique, and so are their needs. Your friend may feel comfortable with no makeup on, while you feel confident with a full face of makeup. So, does that make you fake? Absolutely not. It's your life, your body, your face, and your choice. What you do to make yourself happy does not have to fit someone else's idea of self-love and self-care. So you do you. And those are all the tips we have for you today. To get started, why not comment one thing that you love about yourself, and let's start a chain of self-love together. Or you can show us some love by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Also, hit the notification bell to stay updated with the journey.